Good luck. It is my honor to introduce Elliot Hyman, President of the OCC, to provide the welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Dempsey, Mrs. Klein, and the Board of Education, Mr. Scanlon, teachers, administrators, friends, family, and of course, the Roslyn High School class of 2007. When I sat down to write this speech, I did not know where to begin. How could I possibly give a speech that encapsulated the essence of the high school experience of my incredibly talented and eclectic classmates? I figured I had two choices. Either I could look deep within myself for the answer, or I could look for the answer where I usually find them, the internet. My first stop was Google. I typed in high school graduation speech and received 1,210,000 results. Surely one of these could tell me what to say, I thought. I clicked through page after page of links, but I could not find anything to draw inspiration from. I was disappointed, but my spirits were still high. Next was Wikipedia. I again typed in high school graduation speech. What came next was not pretty. The most dreaded sight a high school student in 2007 can lay their eyes on. No page with that title exists stared back at me in bold font. Now I was worried. I had exhausted my main two resources for information in this world. I knew only one more place to turn. YouTube. Although it is usually the refuge of amateur videos of human idiocy, I do occasionally find something useful on there, and I figured, what do I have to lose? Again, I typed high school graduation speech. YouTube responded with tons of videos of students giving speeches at their high school graduation, and some of them were pretty good, but they did not give me any idea for what I wanted to do with my speech. Just as I was about to give up on YouTube, I found something that I thought was the jackpot: videos of celebrities giving high school graduation speeches. But which celebrity would my classmates want? I decided I would look through the yearbook and find some of the most quoted people, and then ask them to come speak at our graduation in my place. Ralph Waldo Emerson, dead. Einstein, dead. Michael Jordan, unavailable. Bob Marley, dead. Grey's Anatomy, filming. I was right back where I had started. I decided I would have to do the whole thoughtful reflection thing. What I came up with was this. Public high school is pretty weird. In other aspects of our life, such as where we choose to go to college, where we choose to work, or where we choose to live, there will be choice. Someone may go to UCLA because they love sports and beautiful weather, work for a nonprofit organization that helps needy children in the third world because they really want to make a difference, and make New York City their home because they love all the excitement that comes with living in the city that never sleeps. High school is different because we had no say in where our families would choose to live or who else would choose to live there. However, despite the fact that we had no say in the matter, it is these choices that have brought us to this stage with a group of 260 people whom we have shared a life-shaping experience with. So while we may not all remain the best of friends for all of time, or even see each other again, we will always be the product of the 260 people around us today. We have all had a profound impact on one another. I would now like to ask my classmates to think back to who they were when they entered Roslyn High School 4 years ago. Do you remember how excited you were to walk to Pirandello's or 7-Eleven or Bobo's Kitchen during your free period? How about freshman forgiveness? Has there ever been a more potent weapon against your parents' questions about your grades? Why did you get an C in math, they would ask. Well, math is really hard, and I didn't study for the quarter test. You could tell they were getting angrier. But then you said the magic words, freshman forgiveness, I'll do better next quarter. Another possible disaster avoided. Then we were sophomores. On the first day of that year, one of my friends said something to me that I think sums up that year perfectly. At least we're not freshmen. Sophomore year was a transition year for us. We were much more mature than we were as freshmen, but we did not get the respect garnered in upperclassmen. It's not an easy year, but there are some perks. Many of us got our first taste of the road, albeit in the form of a 5-minute drive accompanied by a parent. Junior year, what can I even say? This has got to be the most stressful year of high school. Everyone is in a frenzy over college, and all of a sudden you feel like your entire life comes down to 2 numbers, your SAT score and your GPA. Every conversation is about where you were thinking about going to college and what you were doing to make sure you are admitted there. Then, just when you thought you could not take it anymore, there's that night in May known as the junior dance. It was a welcome reprieve from the incessant work and our first taste of class camaraderie. This camaraderie is something we'd feel a lot more of senior year. It felt like every moment this past school year was sentimental. From the first day, I heard people saying to each other, "Can you believe that this is our last first day of high school?" Then it was, "Can you believe this is our last homecoming, our last pie eating contest, our last Friday, our last day, our prom? Can you believe that it is our graduation?" Believe it, it is here. Tonight we will be getting our diplomas and moving on from Roslyn High School. Before we do, I want to sincerely thank our superintendent, Mr. Dempsey, the Board of Education, the assistant superintendents, Dr. Brenner, Dr. Rosenbaum, and Mr. Dragone. And to Mr. Scanlon, Mr. Pilnick, Mrs. Murphy, and Mr. Silkowitz. You have all always been so receptive and helpful. Thank you so much for creating a school environment where we could all learn and prosper. To the teachers and staff, what you do means more than you can imagine. You have all had a tremendous impact on shaping the lives of 160 graduates on stage tonight. Roslyn will miss Miss Moreau, Mr. Ortega, and Miss Peters, who are retiring after deeply accomplished careers. To all of the parents and guardians here tonight, thank you for every little thing you have ever given us, which is more than we can possibly comprehend. To be the child of any one of you is an incredible gift. As proud of us as you are tonight, we are even more grateful to you. To my mom and dad, I hope you are happy with the way I turned out because it's mostly your doing. Everything I have accomplished is the result of all of your guidance and care. Thank you so much. To my grandma Nanny, thank you for being so loving, and it is not that long of a trip from Boca to Nashville, so I hope you'll be visiting me next year. To my sister Joelle, I wish you had said hi to me more often in the hallways, but I will get over it. You are a great sister, and you have a lot to look forward to these next 3 years. Kurt Vonnegut said, "True terror is to wake up one morning and discover that your high school class is running the country." If I am ever in that situation, I will not be scared. The Roslyn High School class of 2007 is one to be proud of. Congratulations, class of 2007. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Ms. Danny Klein, President